Guess what? What? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Whoops. Guess
You
what?
disappeared. That's what.
I did. Yeah. No. No. But seriously, guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
I'm not supposed to be saying anything right now.
No, you can guess what though. Someone said what? You know what?
The Nuggets
Denver
won.
Nuggets are the champions of the NBA universe. Woohoo! It might be 10 days late, but we're here to celebrate. Hi guys. How y'all doing?
I'm not supposed to be talking. I'm not supposed to be talking right now.
You've broken that rule so many times that it does not matter.
But it applies when I want it to apply.
Yeah, that's par for the course for you. Welcome back to My Brother's an Idiot. Yes, that sports-based podcast where we talk about whatever the hell we want and generally entertain ourselves and hopefully take you along for the ride. Welcome. My name is Matt. I'm the king of the goons. Let me kick you around the rest of the squad. First, the owner and proprietor of Knox Nostalgic Collectibles, holding down the fort in extreme Southern Command. He is the brother-in-law of the idiot, my co-brother-in-law. Tank, what is up?
Not much. Just happy to be a Denver Nuggets fan.
Right.
For the first time in a very long time.
I think we can finally just put hashtag Nug Life to bed. What do you think? Do you agree?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
This is awesome.
Okay. Thank you for participating.
I'm not supposed to be saying anything
Not
right
you.
now.
I was talking to him because I asked him a question. And
Well, I don't do
he
hashtag Nug Life.
say anything.
Weird. But yes, being a fan since, let's see, 1992-ish is when I started to be a Nuggets fan. It only took 30 years.
Right.
So not too bad.
There you go. Brilliant. All right, next, simply not least, the man we've named the podcast cast after.
Says who?
I know. Apparently me. The man we've named the podcast after. He is the Goldagoon, the Kaiser. He runs the show at Western Command. Off the rails. Hey, I remind you, sir, you're not supposed to be talking, so shut the fuck up.
You're single-handedly taking this off the rails.
Right.
How? I'm not doing anything.
You're still talking. Shut up. I summoned him, my brother, the idiot. Goon?
I'm here. After all that.
Me stumbling around for 20 minutes. Jesus, God almighty.
Jesus, put the bottle down, Matt.
I'm not a thing. I got water.
Maybe you should pick something up.
Maybe.
Add some fluid to that.
Need to loosen the lips just a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, are we excited? Are we happy? Nuggets won. Hell yeah.
Nugs win. Nugs win. Nugs win. Nugs win.
And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, but we are thrilled and excited to be here with you to celebrate the Nuggets victory.
And shit. Now all we have to be sad about is the Rockies.
Not sad about anything. As a matter of fact, I'm very excited about the Rockies, and I'll tell you why later.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get into the intro bit. We're going to play a game called Name That Thing. And I didn't tell these guys what this is. So once I explain it, it's going to make all the sense in the world.
I never named my thing.
I
Did
didn't.
you guys name your thing?
No.
So,
Jesus.
okay, she can clearly hear me. We've got Bianca, so it's Bernard and Bianca, like the rescuers.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's get into the game.
Hey, you asked.
No, I didn't. I did not.
Tank did.
It's all Tank's fault. Tank, you're fired. You're absolutely fired. All right.
We're naming that
here
thing.
We go. Here we go.
Okay.
Yes.
Tank asked.
Tank did indeed ask.
I did technically ask. I didn't ask about her vagina, but I did ask her.
Jesus, Kittleson. All right.
You added that, so.
All right.
I
so
did that shit. She did.
The game. Here's the game. This is Here's how we're going to play it. There are several sports trophies in professional sports that have names. I am going to give you what the trophy is awarded for. You have to tell me the name of the trophy.
Okay. This is going to be hard for me.
This
I
could be
think.
pretty difficult, actually.
Some of them are harder than others, but every one of them is some sort of major championship or sport.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I can do like players' numbers, give me somebody number 20. Yeah, this is going to be a little difficult for me. I'm kind of excited for the challenge.
So
Bring
here's
it on.
how it's going to work. Mark, you're going to go first.
Okay.
If you don't get it right, Tank will have a chance to steal, and then vice versa. Okay. And I'll keep track and we'll see who wins at the end. I'll give you an example.
So it's kind of like password.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. All right. So the trophy for the NFL championship is called what? This is just an example.
Vince Lombardi.
Correct. So that's how we're going to play this. All right. So what I did is I wrote down a list of, 17 or 18 trophies with their names, filtered it, and then assigned them a random order and then sorted it by that random order.
Bro, that is way too much work.
Definitely not think of 7.
Well, just so there's no you picked it so I could get this and that.
I've got a few, but 17 is not the number I have in my
I don't
head.
think you're going to get 17.
That is such a random number.
I just kept going until I decided to stop. Like, how many do I have? Oh, well, 18 with Lombardi. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Mark.
Yeah.
This trophy is awarded for the Major League Baseball American League Championship.
Oh, fuck. Bobby Bonilla.
Tank, you have a chance to steal.
Oh.
He played in the National League.
I don't think they named a trophy after him.
Championship trophy name.
There's a name in our heart for Bobby Bonilla.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a whole day.
Yep.
It's coming up.
Yep.
I can't think of what that is because you're talking about the ALCS championship.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
I
know it's named after. I'm assuming it's named after the president of the AL at some point.
Old commissioner.
An old American League commissioner. His name was William Harridge. The William Harridge Trophy.
Had no
Wouldn't
shot.
have fucking known that.
No shot.
Nobody's got it. All right, Tank, you're up. This is awarded. This trophy is awarded to the World Series MVP.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, this one I do know. Give me a second. World Series MVP.
No Googling.
Not Google.
I can see more. Turn that window off. No cheating.
I know it. Why can I not think of what it is?
I don't know.
Tick, tick, tick.
Shit.
All right.
I can't. I don't got it.
Mark, chance to steal.
I'm gonna say Ty Cobb.
It's the Willie Mays Trophy.
God damn.
Oh, fuck.
All right, next. Mark.
Yes. Shit.
This is awarded for the team that wins the NFC Championship in football.
The NFC, the NFC.
I actually do know this one.
I should know this one. And I'm going to kick myself for not knowing it.
It is very obvious when you think
I can think about the one. I know the one for the AFC. The AFC is easy. Now the NFC.
Yeah, because they've got 12 of them at Dove Valley.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, we know all about that one.
Right.
NFC, it's got to be shit. I got nothing.
Okay.
I can't think of it.
Tank.
It is named after the longtime owner and coach of the Chicago Bears, the George Halas Trophy.
It is the George Halas Trophy. That is correct.
I actually knew that one somehow.
Yep. All right, so Tank's up 1. All right. Tank.
Okay.
The winner of the World Series wins this trophy.
I know that one. Oh, come on, brain. Isn't it just called the Commissioner's Trophy?
It is absolutely called the Commissioner's Trophy.
Okay.
Well done. Good job. Tank's up 2-0.
I was trying to think if it was named after someone, but I was like, it's not because it just.
I
called
I
the
knew that
Commissioner's
one.
Trophy.
God damn it! I was ready for the Trixo on that one. Son of a bitch.
All right, Mark. The winner of the NFL MVP.
Hmm. I got nothing. I can't
Okay.
think of it.
Tank. The
I'm
winner
thinking
of
about it, and I cannot think of that. I'm assuming it's named once again after an old player or coach, but I don't know it.
the winner of the NFL MVP is the NFL MVP.
Oh, it's not an actual name.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking silly.
Oh, it is silly. It's so good. All right. Tank. The NBA MVP trophy.
I believe as of what, a couple of years ago, it is now called the Bill Russell MVP trophy.
That is incorrect. Mark, chance to steal.
Oh shit! I was thinking Finals MVP. Damn it!
Well, I'm sorry. Repeat the question.
The NBA MVP.
That. Fuck, I can't think of any of
It's
these.
very
right now.
obvious.
I'm
Before
sure
you
it
an-
is.
Before you
Before-
answer, can I say it again?
You may say it again, but you don't get the credit.
It's the Michael Jordan trophy.
It's the Michael Jordan
okay.
trophy. That's correct. All right, Mark. Poetically.
I'm doing really good.
Yeah, you're only down 2-0. And I almost double guarantee you're going to get this one. The AFC Championship trophy.
It's the Lamar Hunt trophy.
Correct. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Tank. The NBA.
Got one, guys. Yay!
The NBA All-Star MVP trophy.
Oh, Christ.
That is, I believe, the Kobe Bryant trophy.
Is the Kobe Bryant trophy. Good job. All right, Mark. The NBA Western Conference Championship trophy.
The Wilt Chamberlain trophy.
It's not a bad guess. That would be Eastern, I think. No, that's something else. Somebody else. Tank. Chance to steal.
I'm assuming it's going to be a player in the Western Conference.
It's got to be a Laker. Maybe it doesn't have to be a Laker. I can think of about 5 people.
I was going to go the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar trophy.
It is the Bob Cousy trophy.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Why
way
would
off
it be
base.
Bob Cousy? He played in the Eastern Conference. He played for the
telling you.
Celtics.
That's
Telling you
stupid.
what it's named after.
That makes zero fucking sense.
I didn't name the fucking thing. Don't yell at me.
Yell at him. Yell, Tank, yell.
No, this would be
Please,
yelling.
it amuses me.
There's going to be yelling. All right, Tank.
That doesn't make any sense.
Keep yelling.
The-
I
He
love
played in
it.
the-
Go
he played
on.
for the Celtics.
The trophy awarded to the team that wins the NHL championship.
That's the Lord Stanley Cup, right?
Stanley's Cup. That is correct. Well done.
That
Mark.
took way too long. I was like, is he going to brain fart?
Yeah,
on
he
me?
was like,
I did
That's
for a
gotta be
second.
a
I'm like,
fucking-
wait, does it have a
be a
different name
fucking
besides just
question.
Lord Stanley?
is there another damn trophy? All right. Mark, the NBA Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Larry Bird.
That is absolutely correct. Look at you.
I just totally fucking threw a dart in a dartboard in the dark.
Okay,
Backwards
okay.
with both my eyes closed.
Why in the fuck is the Bob Cousy trophy the Eastern
don't
Conference
know.
Championship
I don't
trophy?
know.
That doesn't make any sense.
This
Are you
is
sure
the hill
that's
he
not
dies
the
on,
Western
ladies and
Conference? Are you
gentlemen.
sure that's not
This
the
is the
Eastern
hill he
Conference?
dies on.
Hey, moving on. Thanks. The NBA Finals MVP trophy.
I think we just figured out who Tank's dipshit of the week is, and it's Bob Cousy.
It's whoever named that fucking title. That's who.
Oh, I've got
Whoever
a good
named
one,
that
too.
trophy is an asshole.
I've got a few.
But the Finals MVP is the Bill Russell.
That is
award.
correct. Well done. Mark,
What?
The golfer who wins the British Open is awarded this.
Ooh.
The Golden Shillelagh.
The Golden Shillelagh.
No, but that's fucking awesome. Tank.
You're a dick.
I actually got my picture taken with this a couple of years ago. That's not a hint, it's just a little sidebar.
Okay, so the only one that I can think of, but I'm not sure if it's correct because I think it used to be called this. Wasn't it just called the Golf Championship Trophy or Golf Champion Trophy or something like that?
It is called the Claret Jug.
Oh, so
That's
they
right. It's the
probably
Claret.
changed the name then, or I just
Oh no,
know
it's
it
always
by
been the Claret.
It's been the
Jug.
Claret. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been the Claret
Oh.
Jug forever.
the Claret Jug.
Yep.
I didn't know that. All right.
Mark,
What?
the team that wins the NBA championship wins this.
The Larry O'Brien Trophy.
Very good. Well done. Mark's picking up steam.
Yeah.
All right. Tank. The NHL Best Defensive Forward Award is this trophy.
Okay, best defensive forward. So it's not just best okay, best defensive forward.
I can never remember any of these fucking
I know they're so hard.
Dipshit
Who's
right
a
now
really
is
good
somewhere just
defensive forward?
rolling.
Well, she's in a movie, so she's probably not
You
watching any of that.
fucker! I think she probably knows. You know.
Oh, she absolutely does. You know, she knows these backwards
Those
and forwards.
fuckers.
I know. I was hoping she was going to be with us tonight because that
Trying
would
to
have
think
been
of
a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Defensive forwards. That would be God. I have no fucking clue. I don't know this.
Mark,
I'm gonna say the Chuck Knobloch Award.
he played baseball.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait a second.
It's the Frank Selke.
Yeah, wouldn't have
Oh.
gotten that in
Yeah,
100
I
million
know.
years.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, me
Absolutely
either.
not.
That's wild.
Right. All right, Mark. The NFL Super Bowl MVP.
Super Bowl MVP should be the fucking Terry Bradshaw Award.
Okay.
But it's not. Super Bowl MVP is the I got nothing.
Tank.
If I'm not mistaken, it's just the Super Bowl MVP award.
That is incorrect. It is the Pete Rozelle.
Oh,
really?
that
Named
fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
Why
That
does he
fucking
get it?
guy?
I don't know.
Because he
Pete
commissioned.
Rozelle. Yeah, he was a
he
commish.
commissioned.
All right, Tank. Last one. You've
Okay.
already won the game.
Christ.
Here's your chance to slam the door. The player in the NHL who scores the most points is awarded this trophy.
I'm just gonna take a shot at dark and call it the Wayne Gretzky Award.
That is incorrect. Mark,
Okay.
chance to steal and close the gap.
The Smokey Robinson and the Crusaders Award.
It's the Art Ross.
Okay.
The Art Ross. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go look at that Western Conference Trophy thing. I'm gonna make sure I'm checking.
Tank.
I'm checking your work. Bob Coopy doesn't make sense. Play for the Celtics.
Tank, you had 5. Mark, you had 3. Good game, everybody. Well done.
No,
Western
it wasn't.
Conference.
It was
Western
fun, but I
Conference
sucked.
Finals trophy. Okay.
Can we move on?
Yeah, can we move
No,
on?
you were wrong. The Eastern Conference is the Bob Cousy Trophy. The Western Conference is the Oscar Robertson Trophy.
So you wouldn't have got it either way. Who gives a
I wouldn't
shit?
have got it either way, but there's no fucking way I was going to let Bob Cousy slide as the Western Conference fucking thing.
All right, let's talk about the Denver Nuggets and how they won the NBA championship. Goons, react.
Yeah.
Mark, start with
I'm reacting. Yeah, they won. I mean, they won in 5 like I thought they would. You know, I definitely did not see them hicking up, doing their hicking up. Is that a word? Hicking up?
you. Hicking up.
Hicking up. It's a word now. Hicking. I didn't see them having the
Okay.
hicking up at game, you know, in our city in game 2, but they got the hickey up and then they moved on and they were like, oh fuck, we're way better than these guys. And the other guys were like, we know, and then went quietly into the night.
Tank, what do you think?
They won in fairly dominant fashion, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they almost won the game they lost.
Yeah, and if we're gonna go ahead and be 100% honest in here, I don't think Tyler Hero would have made a difference, even though everyone seems to be stroking his dick on this one. Sorry, he's a 22-point scorer. He's not a 30-point scorer. So I don't know if he would have made up that difference like everyone seems to think.
No, he's coming off of an injury, and he's never played well when people play physical against him. So
Yeah, he would have
not
been
a true statement.
He would have been beaten up in the paint just like everybody else.
All it would have taken is one firm slap on that hand from Aaron Gordon, and it would have been all over. Right. And you know they would have targeted it. Right.
And that brings me to part number 2. Jimmy Buckets got some fucking cool calls, didn't he?
Yeah, some great ones. the kick to the nuts.
Yeah, I
the
like
kick to the nuts heard around the world.
Right. I like how our guy gets kicked in the nuts and he gets a foul called on him. Like that's the old Moses Malone, bro.
Yeah, and the one against AG where he didn't touch him at all.
Went straight up and down.
Right.
Yeah, straight up and down. He just happened to fall on his ass, so they called it a penalty.
I have waved the flag for a couple of years now, ever since we had this conversation on a different episode, how I think that the NBA officials are third worst or worst of the 4 major sports leagues, and that was entirely on display all the way around. I mean, it was just even in the Lakers series, it was just garbage.
It was very, very, for us, it was very biased against the Nuggets, but they missed calls on both sides that were just absolutely fucking horrendous.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just terrible. So those guys can go pound sand.
But besides that, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great, right? I mean, we got another parade. We got
party Malone, was fucking awesome.
Yeah, we got Malone cursing on microphones
a lot.
Funny.
We got Joker cursing on microphones
a lot.
So, I did not want to be here for party, but I don't want to fucking leave. I love fucking parade.
I still love immediately after the game. So I can't wait to go home. We got a parade. What parade? 2 days we got a parade.
Gotta go home. Turns out he had a horse race he had to get to on Sunday.
Yeah, and he got to the horse race. He did get to the race.
So that was the best. And then his lackluster, the best video, his lackluster champagne.
So
funny.
My God. But you just see the other
twice
too when
a little bit of champagne
when him and Malone are taking Jamal Murray into the pool.
Oh yeah,
you do get to see him celebrate.
He celebrated absolutely.
And he poured a beer on
Yeah, Andy went to Vegas. All those guys did.
The whole team went to Vegas. Yeah.
Wasn't it Brown that he poured the beer on during this press conference?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
That was fun. He got into it. He dropped his stoicism a little bit and got into it.
Oh, yeah. The best image from that party, and it's not even the primary part, it's in the background. You see, I think they're talking to AG and Jason Kosmiski, who's the radio voice of the Denver Nuggets.
Sorry, as soon as you said cause, I knew exactly where you were going. That video is so funny.
If you don't know, Cause recently in the last few years had some drippy mouth champagne guy. He had lap band surgery and he can't do bubbles at all. It just bothers his stomach.
No, he looked like he had rabies.
Yeah, and he took this. Someone poured the champagne down and he just got this glazed look and it just poured out of his mouth.
It didn't even pour. It was like foam.
Yeah, like so good.
Cause, man.
Oh,
he's just like staring just past the camera, right behind it. He's just like, and then he just like slowly, just like
so good.
Makes his way out of the frame,
right? And if anybody involved in that organization deserved to have the best time during that celebration, it was Cause, because he has seen some absolutely awful basketball. I think he goes back like 25 years plus between producing and then stepping into the role after I think it was Jerry Schimmel
moved on
to do his other thing. But
he does an awesome job.
I love Cause. He's
such a homer caller, and it's so great.
Right. It is. I love his no relation bit.
Yeah. The no relation bit is great.
Passes it to Bill Clinton, no relation. So good. All right. Well, the Nuggets win. Let's look at some other things that are happening in and around the team. We got news this morning. A couple of things happened. First, Bruce Brown has opted out of his contract. There is some noise that they may try to keep him, but boys, I don't think they've got the money.
No.
Mark, what do you think?
No, they don't have the money to keep him. They may try to throw some stuff at him. I don't know what they can do because there's going to be so many other places he can go and maybe even make a top 5. And so he's going to take starter money somewhere. We're not going to get him for the kind of money that he's anywhere in the ballpark of.
Yeah, I don't think they can come up with the 17. I think it's going to take.
That's what I was thinking. It's going to be between 15 and 20, and we can't afford it.
We're nowhere close to that.
No, absolutely not. Tank.
I mean, same. Yeah. It's unfortunate. We knew the $6 million wouldn't keep him, but he's gonna, like everyone, he's looking for starter money at this point, and that's going to be at minimum 15 to 20. So,
yeah. And he's earned every bit of it, right? He had a fantastic playoff,
and he's going to help someone out. He's going to find a good place somewhere, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Along those lines, since the Nuggets know they have to reload and the window is firmly wide open right now, they made a trade. They gave up their first in 2024 and the 40th selection in 2023 to get back into the first round of this draft. They now have picks 29 and 32.
It's a nice move.
Not bad, honestly. I mean, if you're trying to reload with young players, trading up late into the first round is not a bad idea.
Yeah, well, it's a nice move. Keeps those contracts lower because you're going to have at least 3 or 4 max guys, right?
Well, they're at 3 right now.
Yeah. AG could be your 4th.
AG could be number 4. Absolutely. Yeah. If he continues to play the way he played this year, settling into that role, it's going to be awful tough not to pay him that money if you want to keep him around. Right. That guys, I think that they realize they've got some real good potential coming up too. I mean, you've got Christian Brown, who exploded onto the national scene, had himself one really, really good game, but played really well throughout most of the playoffs, 1 or 2 games notwithstanding. Peyton Watson has an unbelievable ceiling. He didn't get a lot of playing time at UCLA, but he has been lauded by multiple NBA professionals as being that guy. Kevin Durant even called it out as Peyton Watson has asked him about ways to improve his game. And then the other name I want you to keep in mind, there's a kid that they drafted last year, Ismail Kamagate. He is playing in the French league right now. 6'11", 230, rim protector, can absolutely jump out of the gym. Super raw prospect. But what the Nuggets did is they sent a coach to basically live with him for a year. And they watched Nuggets film and went over technique and fundamentals and really worked on his game. This kid could be super exciting.
So who do you guys think they might pick up in the draft, being late first round?
There's so many options there, right?
You didn't mention Vlatko.
I mean, Vlatko can play. Najee can play. Yep.
Yeah, those guys are all new. I think you get rid of Ish Smith. I think you get rid of.
I don't think
DeAndre Jordan.
I think they're both UFAs, so I don't know that it's necessarily getting rid of. I just don't think they're going to come back.
They're not going to bring him back. But there's a lot of talent on that roster on the back end that is just underdeveloped, and they're just gathering pieces now to continue to develop this into a farm team that could be really good for a really long time, kind of like the San Antonio Spurs were forever until they sold out on one player and then traded him away to Toronto.
Right.
True.
Yep, that was the end.
Ruined the dynasty.
Yeah.
Well, that's a better way to put it. Where do you think we need the most help to fill out the bench?
Backup point guard.
Yeah.
You got a lot of 2s and 3s. You don't have a backup point guard.
Yeah, and you need
someone
who
can. When Jamal and Jokic need time off, you got to have somebody to be able to control the ball, and they just don't have that person right now.
Yeah, you need someone who can distribute in the absence of Joker is really what it is.
And Jamal need that you couldn't have a set this offseason going into these playoffs where Joker and Jamal were both sitting at the same time. It just didn't happen.
Right.
And it's because they don't have that presence, and they realize that during the season.
Right. So I think backup point guard,
big
can
issue.
play some defense, definitely long with some size.
You know who could? Well, how big is? I don't remember how big he is. A good point guard to look at, especially because we're gonna have those late first round picks. Might be that dude from Xavier, Jones, I think was his name. He's a really good defensive guard.
And let's not forget they've also got a kid in their system named Gillespie who got hurt going into the season, who they're also very excited about, who is a point guard.
Yeah.
So that might actually be a moot point. They may think they have the guy, but in Calvin Booth we trust, right? I mean, this guy's been nothing but outstanding since he took over.
Yeah, just keep getting guys and keep moving them through the system. It's the way to do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Keep 3 or 4 dudes just to keep the program running, and you can keep going with this,
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep your big 4 together, and we'll just say the big 3, if you can keep the big 3 together and healthy, this window's open for 5 to 7 years.
You can really have a rotating big 3 where you've got this big 3 now, and say, in a year or two, Michael Porter Jr. just can't stay healthy. Then you've got all these guys in the system coming up that could be part of your big 3. And that's kind of the direction they're looking right now. It's long-term health, not an immediate fix.
Yeah, right. Nothing against MPJ, but I would say that Gordon's more important to our success than he is at this moment. But
he's not a max player yet.
He's not a max player. And MPJ, if you take his poor shooting performance away, he had a fantastic season.
Yeah.
In the finals, he couldn't hit the broadside of a bar.
But he played great defense.
But he played good defense. I don't think he played great defense. I think he played good, willing defense, which is more than you got out of him. He's a plus defender. He's not a great defender, but he's willing. I think where he really helped you is his rebounding. He turned into a really good rebounder this year.
Yeah, he did a good job on the rebounding.
He remembered that he was,
6'10",
6'105"
fucking giant and jump. Yeah,
right.
Wait, I'm an athletic, large person. I can grab things out of the sky.
Right. All right, moving on. The Goons are going to react to the react, gentlemen. It sounds like the national hacks are finally figuring out, after watching the finals, that the Nuggets are really good and the Joker is otherworldly. Tank, Nick Wright actually put Joker in his top 20 all time. I'm shocked.
Am I supposed to excuse all the taint lickers for what the nice things I've been saying for the last week? Because fuck them, to be honest. I'm sorry. Pay the fuck attention for the last, 4 years.
Yeah, but look at what the headlines are the last couple of days. We're already off the Nuggets. We're on to new things.
Oh, yeah, now the Suns are going to win.
Bradley Beal. Yeah. Bradley Beal deal makes Nuggets a useless team.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that Joker's getting his roses a little bit finally. But honestly, so much ass kissing after they finally, watched a Nuggets game for the first time this season. Apparently, yes, he is one of the best players in the game now. He is the best player in the game now, and if he continues going the way he is, he could be one of the best ever. So I'm glad that they're finally recognizing it, but honestly, they can eat shit for not recognizing it sooner.
Mark?
I don't understand how you can think you can be a professional commentator on any kind of sport and not know who the 2-time MVP is. That just blows my mind that these people are just like, I've never seen him play before.
Well, according to Kendrick Perkins, it's because he's white that he won. So
no, according to Kendrick Perkins, he was stat padding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But he also said the white thing too.
He brought that up. He didn't say Joker won because he's white. He said Joker shouldn't win because he's white.
Right. He did. Yeah. He did the opposite.
He's only winning. He's only winning just like Nash and Nowitzki only won because
they're white.
They're white.
But anyways, I don't know. I don't give these guys any credit to anything that they say because it's all off the cuff reactionary shit. These guys they're real journalists in the sense that are all licensed and getting paid for it, but their opinions don't mean shit to me, which is one of the biggest reasons why I don't get onto the agenda until, after 6:00. One, because it's funny to me because it's just a gig I like to do and make you guys crazy because of it. But two, I'm trying to generate my own opinion, and there's just so much garbage out there that happens that it's just easier to make opinions on the fly. So I just try to rid myself of all of it because they're all awful.
Yeah. And shout out to the one guy who's carried the flag the entire season. My guy, Charles Barkley, has been on the Nuggets all season long.
That's because he watches basketball.
He watches basketball.
And he's a Suns fan, so he's seen him play the Suns.
And a little bit to JJ Redick, who wasn't a complete
JJ knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because as soon as JJ figured out what was going on, he kind of went off the air. Did you notice that?
Kind of got pushed to the background after he started saying things that made sense.
Yeah.
Clickbait, man. It's all
weird how that happens.
Right. All right, let's move on to other news of the NBA. And the biggest thing that's come out after the finals, the commissioner has swung the hammer at Ja Morant. He got 25 games after the latest Instagram Live incident. Mark, I'll start with you. What do you got?
Did you just say they swung the hammer?
Yeah.
How big was this hammer?
I think he means one of those inflatable ones you win at the carnival.
Yeah. Well, if you look at it, it's the 7th largest suspension they've ever handed out.
Fuck me running. I don't care about
that's
that.
Depressing. That's that big, to be honest. Because he deserved more. He deserved at least half a season.
It doesn't prove at any point to anybody if you're just going to sit him 25 games and tell him that he needs to write a 500-word essay on what he did wrong. Like, that's what they're doing. That's exactly what this punishment is. He needs to sit and think, and he has to come up with his own action plan and put it in action. We need to see that action plan when we decide that it's a good enough action plan for us. What are we doing here? This isn't fucking high school. You can't just put these guys in detention. This guy who's playing with a gun on national TV is ruining your product because he's playing with a gun, not on national TV. It's bigger. He's playing on social media. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Multiple times, not just
this
once.
Is not the first time.
Yeah,
no.
If it was once, okay, 25 games, I get it. But they're basically giving them the Bart Simpson treatment. I will no longer wave guns in public. Just write it 100 times.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not only that. It's like it's not just the gun issues. It's the acting like an asshole issues too.
Yeah,
because there's the gun issues, and then there's also the issue at Shotgun Willie's last year. The issue
that was this year. That was this calendar year.
The teenage kid that he physically assaulted apparently last year.
Mm-hmm.
Plus multiple, what amounts to menacing on social media, acting like a fake fucking gangster because we all knew he grew up privileged as shit. And what my concern is, why does he feel the need to play the tough guy now that he's in the NBA?
But what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Like, this guy is a cancer to everything. Like, anytime you put him on TV now, you have to talk about guns. Right? Like, every time he's in a game, maybe if you're covering the team, for the entire season, you don't, but every national game, they're going to talk about guns. And it's just put a black eye on yourself and on the league. You got to get rid of guys like this. There are other Ja Morants out there that you can put on TV. And this guy clearly doesn't get it. You can't have him represent your brand. I'm sorry. You just can't. It's just despicable, if I'm being honest.
Are you both done clutching your pearls?
I'm not clutching my pearls.
You're both clutching your pearls. Here's the problem. Yes, what he did was stupid. What he did was wrong. But when you take in what he actually did, I think the suspension's absolutely appropriate. It's more than 3 times what he got after Shotgun Willie's. Like I said, it's the 7th biggest suspension they've ever handed out. Nobody got hurt. Thank God, but nobody got hurt.
This time.
Okay, I understand that. Nobody got hurt.
This time. He is
Okay.
a repeat offender.
Great. And he got a punishment that was way more severe than the first time.
Oh,
He hasn't been charged with anything.
Didn't Plaxico go to jail?
this time.
Plaxico had a gun in public and shot himself.
This guy had a gun in public and could have definitely fucking shot himself.
Yeah, but he did not.
A fucking BB gun.
And that's the thing. He
This
did not.
time.
So you're extrapolating what could happen down the road and saying this wasn't big enough because what they did now isn't good enough because he's going to do it again. So you're automatically assuming he's going to make the same mistake.
Because it's not the first time he's done it.
You're absolutely right.
And they didn't
go 8 games. They didn't go 8 games. They tripled it. And they went 25 games and set him down for more than a quarter of the season and said they could give him more. Could be more coming. So here's the thing, guys. And I disagree wholeheartedly with both of you. I think he needed to be suspended. I'm absolutely not saying he doesn't need the suspension. I think 25 is absolutely appropriate. I think that what he did was stupid. What he did was wrong. He needs to figure out his fucking life and get rid of his goddamn posse because he's fucking himself up. But throwing him away for a year.
I didn't say a year.
I know that's what Mark's thinking. I know that's what he's thinking.
I didn't put a number on it, but 25 is not
half
appropriate for somebody who is currently under investigation in several other things besides these two gun things. Like this is not a 1 or 2 time thing.
Then let him get charged in those things and let them come to the light, and then decide what you're going to do there. Right? I'm also a firm believer of let's let the court process play out. I'm not a fan of when the NFL has a guy.
There is a video of him like kicking the shit out of a fucking teenager last year. I guess it's 2 years ago now. There's a video of him while he's in the NBA. He was playing a rec league game and like got into it with a 15-year-old, pushed him up against the wall and punched him. There's a video of this.
Okay,
this is not a guy who has done this once or twice. This is a repeat offender. He's not learning his lesson.
You guys are both off your rocker. You're both absolutely.
By the way, he didn't get punished in that yet.
Mm-mm.
The weird thing is his punishment right now is for the one thing he did that wasn't technically a crime.
Right.
It was just not a smart idea.
No, it was fucking stupid. Stupid
but
as all
he has multiple crimes that he's currently actively being investigated for.
Okay,
correct.
Then let him be charged and decide on those cases. I'm all about that.
Okay, then if that's
Absolutely
the case, then don't punish him for the 25. Let him sit until we figure out the other stuff.
So anytime anyone has a little bit of a history,
this is
not
a little bit of a history.
There's a guy that's being threatened to go to jail for 20 years for having a gun in his bag at an airport. Currently.
Okay.
This guy was actively waving guns in a menacing manner and obviously not directly threatening anybody because that would have been a crime in its own way, but doing so in a way that you kind of know what he's suggesting.
Really? What was he suggesting? Because I've seen both videos. What was he suggesting? I've seen them both.
I don't know. The same shit
several
when he's
times.
flashing blood signs in the middle of a game. I don't know. Same shit there. Because that's what he's also doing.
Are we just skipping over the fact that he beat the shit out of some minor?
Yeah, also,
and it's on video.
And apparently,
let him then charge him.
And apparently, a cop
is that what
at a strip club in our own city here in Denver.
Oh yeah, he wasn't charged for that either.
No, but that's what I'm saying is okay. He is. Can we agree on one thing? He is He is one of the poster boys of the NBA right now. Definitely, 100%. They push him the same way they push other all-stars. He is one of the big stars in the league. They push him on everything.
He's a marquee guy. Yes.
He gets all that shit.
Every time you talk about the Grizzlies, you talk about
That's the guy that you're pushing to the top of the pile. And I'm not saying it's undeserved in that regard because he is very skilled. But you are now running into an issue where the guy that you're pushing to the top of the hill is now not being punished for shit that he already did. And you're just basically saying, well, if you're one of these guys, then we'll work with you.
How is sitting him down for over a quarter of the season working with you? He's losing a giant chunk
for assault. He got suspended for flashing a gun on Instagram, not assault, not menacing, not whatever the hell I'm guessing associated with being drunk in public and shotgun willies. None of those things. But the thing that catch him for and punish him for is waving a gun around on Instagram. So what that tells me is that they're going to do the thing that makes them look good.
It's the Ray Rice thing all over
fucking around with guns. We
can't
let Buddy fuck
come
around
on.
with
It's
guns.
not the Ray Rice thing. Ray Rice never even played again. Never even played again. He was gone. He was suspended for a year and lost his career.
Okay,
and rightfully so.
Would you say that to a certain extent? Let's go with a closer comparison. Certain extent, yes, Plaxico actually did shoot himself, but once again, he shot himself, right? He got suspended for how long and then went to jail. This guy has done at least 2 criminal acts that he hasn't been charged for, plus more. And he gets suspended for realistically a third of the season. Those don't translate.
Well, why can't you put this guy just on like a permanent suspension until he gets his shit worked out? That's all I'm saying. Like, why is this guy playing?
Why is he not getting thrown on a commissioner's exempt list like fucking Jones did in New England?
What are we fucking doing here?
Because they don't have that.
You're telling me that there's no way that the commissioner of the NBA can say, hey, Players Association, we got to work on this. This guy is doing too much shit in public. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit him until we can resolve the 4 issues that are currently surrounding in the media involving this guy. That's it. I'm not saying he needs to lose his career. I'm saying he needs to understand, because he seemingly doesn't actually understand.
No, he doesn't at all.
What he's doing and what he's fucking up. And for his own sake, he needs to be actually legitimately.
The game needs to be completely taken away from him.
Yeah, he needs to know that there's actually something that's going to happen if he continues to act like a fucking fool. Not 25
so we're
games
back to we're back to the whole year then.
No, I'm saying just put him up until he's done. It's an indefinite suspension until this shit is done. Just make him go away.
Exempt list. Actually figure out these issues. Get him to actually, talk to some people, not just, report it as PR. And more than a slap on the wrist. This is legitimately a slap on the wrist.
It's not a slap on the wrist. You're
given the situation,
out of your mind if you think it's a slap on the wrist.
The problem is
out of your mind.
It's not. It's not a slap on the wrist. It's just not a complete suspension because there's other things going on. So put him up on the shelf until all this shit is done, and then bring him back. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so you said he's the 7th longest suspension in the league, in league history at this point. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. What are the other 6?
Actually, I have the list.
Ron Artest is probably
Ron Artest
physically assaulted somebody in public.
He also
like John Morant did.
Yeah, he did it on national television, and he started the malice in the palace.
Everyone's seen the video.
He charged up into the stands.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this: at the point in time that occurred, less people saw that happen on the live feed of that game than saw John Morant punch a fucking 15-year-old kid in the face. I bet every dollar I ever make that that's true.
Guys, the commenter is right.
Meta World Peace. Sorry.
Actually, it's Meta Sandiford Artest. He changed it again.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I didn't know
after
that.
He retired.
Yeah. So he got 86.
Commenter is Toaster, by the way.
He got a full season for punching a dude in the face that actively sort of did something to him to start it. He may have overreacted, for sure.
You don't go into the stands. I mean, you don't go up the stairs into the stands and do that, right? And
I agree 100%, but someone did something to him in that scenario.
Okay.
That he responded to.
It wasn't self-defense.
It wasn't necessarily self-defense. Agreed.
And let's call it out for what it is.
It's assault.
Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, whatever, had a long track record of doing dumb shit violently.
Oh, you mean like flashing gang signs and fucking up strip clubs?
Okay, what strip club did he fuck up? Like I saw the video just as much as you did. What did he?
Okay.
Again.
Sorry, acted like a belligerent dick in a strip club.
Okay. Have you ever been in a strip club? You know how many belligerent dicks there are?
Yeah, I've worked in them before.
Okay, there you go. Latrell Sprewell got 68 for trying to choke out and kill PJ Carlissimo.
Okay, we don't know if he tried to
funny
kill
and
him.
deserved.
We don't necessarily know.
PJ Carlissimo is just a pile of shit. So let's be honest there.
And once again,
Okay, fine.
Once again, so you're offering up another assault charge. How many games did he get suspended?
68.
50. No, 68.
68.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Here, the next two are the interesting two.
Okay.
And I'm going to put them together. They didn't get the same amount, but they're 3 and 4. It's Gilbert Arenas and Javaris Crittenton.
Oh God.
It was, and you know what they did? Do you guys remember this one? They pointed guns at each other in the locker room over a gambling debt.
Yeah, that was a wild one. But once again, guns are involved. No one physically got hurt. They threatened each other with guns.
Also, there's no video of this one.
There's also no video evidence that it happened. We're just assuming that they're not going to lie about that, because why the fuck would you lie about that?
Well, because there's a bunch of people, but they weren't the only people in the locker room.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's enough people saying that's what happened.
Arenas had gotten 12 games already for having a gun in the building.
Yeah.
So,
that was during that suspension that happened.
Then he did it twice. Yeah, Gilbert Arenas was not making good decisions at that point.
No, Agent Zero was really good at basketball and really bad at life.
Yeah.
$1 million talent, 2-cent head.
Yeah.
Steven Jackson got 30 games.
Malice
also related
Palace.
to the Malice of the Palace. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Bridges in 2023 got 30 for domestic assault or domestic violence for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the one who got one more game, this is an old one. I don't know if you guys remember this. I do. Kermit Washington got 26 games for almost killing Rudy Tomjanovich on the court with a punch.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you haven't seen the picture of that punch, and his neck went from straight up to 90 degrees backward.
Yeah.
Kermit tried to end his life.
But let's just stick with the closest ones you just mentioned. All three of them were more. So we're going all the way up to 4, obviously, where the two guys pointed guns at each other. The 3 right after that, all a felony assault, which would be a felony assault charge in most of those cases.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all longer for doing something that we have camera of him doing. Doesn't include any of the other shit he did, just that one thing where there is evidence that he did it.
Video evidence of him throwing punches.
At minimum, he should be suspended 30 games already. Minimum.
You're equating two things just because you're equating two things because they have the word gun in them.
No. I'm talking about the guys that all committed assault.
Throwing hands at a minor is what he's talking about.
Okay.
The 3 guys that
video
all
of
got longer suspensions right there.
Okay. You keep going back to that, Mark. He wasn't punished for that. He hasn't been charged. That was 2 years ago.
Okay, but we all know that
we all know that he did it.
Okay.
These guys don't. Okay, so the only reason these guys got suspended is because they did it. What? Because they immediately got punished for it?
But what I'm saying is if you're going to equate all of those things, number one, you could take the Malice in the Palace and throw it out. They had to swing all kinds of hammers at that because that was just absolutely disgusting on everybody's part. There's no reason.
I was talking about the Malice.
Yeah.
I'd say less so Jackson in that situation, but definitely with Mr.
Artest.
Yeah.
Mr. Artest. Yes.
With Mr. Artest, whatever his name might be.
Yeah.
Yes, it's absolutely very true that there is a track record, right? And it's also a different commissioner who's making these decisions and was making those decisions.
A guy who's been
really
also light.
Yeah, there's also a CBA involved, and I don't know the details, but generally speaking, when you're dealing with long-term suspensions, they also have to go by what the CBA is and what the limits are that are placed by that CBA. And I don't know
think
what
there is any limit on actual criminal acts. Is there a limit that the CBA has?
I'd have to look. I know that there are absolutely, like especially in the NFL, there are limits to what they can do, and it escalates obviously with additional.
Punching your wife is 6 games. Betting on a game is a year. We know.
Right.
Punching your girlfriend gets you gone for life.
It started with 6. Do you not remember Greg Hardy?
I remember Greg Hardy.
Yeah, or it wasn't even 6. I think he got 4 games.
He got 4.
And
Ray
then
Rice initially got 2 games.
Ray Rice initially got 2, and then everyone saw what he did, which is fucking Mike Tyson his at the time girlfriend.
Right. Yeah, it was just ridiculously gross. But
well, let's just say there's a history of, some players don't get punished to the full extent. But
so maybe that's the issue here, is that they've been too light historically.
Yeah. I'd say that is part of it, especially on. Okay. I know that most people, if you don't know this, Karl Malone did some
really, really criminally fucked up things,
disgusting things at one point in his career, and never really suffered for that.
No.
And it didn't until recently, honestly, was just kind of on a free pass for that happening. And that's a history across all sports, unfortunately, is if you are a big enough talent with a big enough name, you don't get punished the same way that other people do. Even for committing the same or worse acts.
There's lightning and thunder.
Lightning
and thunder.
Lightning and thunder.
All right. I don't think we're going to solve this, and I think we spent way too much time on it. But
hi, Mama.
I don't know. They should do it like you said. It should be an exempt list until they figure out what the fuck they're going to do about everything. Right. Put them on the exempt list. Right. Come up with an exempt list.
Well, you got to work that out in the CBA, and that's coming up. All right, moving on. Looks like, guys, that the Wizards are in full bore tank mode. They have sent Bradley Beal to the Suns for 406-year-old Chris Paul and Landry Shamet.
Okay, I will never belittle Chris Paul. That guy has put in more than enough time to, but that is such a lopsided fucking trade at this point.
Oh my God, it's such a bad trade. Chris Paul's probably not ever going to play again.
No, because he I don't know if he really wants to.
Landry Shamet had 1 good game in the playoffs
and an extraordinarily punchable face.
Oh, yeah, he's got such a punchable face.
So very much.
The only guy that's got a more punchable face is that one guy from Miami, Duncan Robinson.
Oh my God, that guy! Austin Reeves takes the.
Oh, case. Austin Reeves has got a good one too.
Austin Reeves always looks like he stole somebody's lunch money. Like
Rudy Gobert's got a pretty punchable.
Oh yeah, well, Rudy Gobert likes to punch people in his own locker room, but that's besides the point.
He's just a general bad person.
Right, you got a punchable attitude. Let's go with
that. He's just a bad dude.
So the Suns now have 4 max players between their 2 superstars, DeAndre Ayton and now Bradley Beal, who apparently can't play more than 2/3 of the games in the season anymore.
Well, what I'm wondering is all 4 of them going to be there then?
And it still won't be enough.
Right. There's rumors that they might try to move Ayton.
Who's going to pick that fucking albatross of a contract up?
I don't know. I mean, he can still play.
Maybe the Wizards, since they're in tank mode anyway.
Right. He's really. I mean, what are they going to give back? They got nothing left. I mean, the other news coming out of Washington is that Kyle Kuzma opted out of his $12.5 million,
which is hilarious and sad all at the same time.
I'm out. You guys are doing what?
Yeah. Getting rid of the only guy that is semi-competent on this team.
Yeah. The Wizards are so bad. They're going to be terrible.
They're going to be so bad. We'll have to have a Spiders Cup for the Wizards.
Yeah, maybe.
20 wins.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to come up with something when the season starts if they don't get any better. But
it's not. How are they going to get better? That's what I want to know.
The draft.
Yeah, it's all draft. They're just going to stockpile.
I don't know. Yeah, then they're going to draft.
They swapped a whole bunch of picks.
You better get some superheroes out of that draft if you plan on winning more than 20.
They plan on drafting 13 Janos.
If we had 13 Janos, we'd be all right.
I'll go back in time and draft Michael Jordan again.
There you go.
What you're gonna need
13 Janos, and you'll be all right.
All right.
Did you ever hear that presser, Tank?
Oh yes.
Yeah. The special teams coordinator.
You know what we need is 13 Janos. We had that, we'd be all right.
All right. All right.
No, you
last
shit.
last bit of news, and this is actually pretty interesting, guys. Draymond Green opted out of his $27.5 million player option.
And his lips are firmly on the King's nuts. I don't know if you followed along on Twitter, but holy fuck,
What
that
a
guy
weird
is sucking
decision, to be
LeBron
honest.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not like continuing to be carried by the rest of
Why would you
go
not
play with
Warriors?
King
James?
Why would you not want to go make $27.5 million? Because you're not getting that in Los Angeles. I guarantee that.
No.
Hmm.
But
They
he's
might be
making-
able to
He's
pay half
making
of
movies. He's making movies. So he's got other deals coming in.
Well,
Have you
sure,
seen some
and-
of the stuff that he's posting on Twitter the
Mhm.
last couple days? Oh my God.
That's a downgrade to go to the Kings.
Yeah,
right?
but marketability?
He's in San Francisco. Does it matter?
Does
That's where
to the
Golden
Bay
State
Area.
is. That's close.
Los Angeles is a big media
He-
market.
he's saying the King, not the Kings. He's talking about LeBron.
Yeah.
He's not saying Sacramento. He's saying that Draymond's going to the Lakers.
He's not going
Right.
to.
Yeah, he is going to the Lakers.
I hope so. I absolutely
I love
hope
it.
so because
I think it's a great move.
Oh my God!
Great move for the
let
Nuggets.
him-
Yeah.
let
That's
him
what I'm
bring
saying.
That absolute shit show
Great
of
move for the
act
Suns.
that he
Great move
has.
for the Grizzlies. Maybe they'll win a series.
Bury that kid that's actually
the
becoming a
Grizzlies are-
decent player. Just bury him on the bench so he can never play by putting really, really bad dudes in front of him.
Yeah.
The fuck
Let's
is
let-
that? Ryu, what's his name? What's his
Rui Hachimura.
Hachimura. Yeah, just bury that
Hachimura
kid so
can
he can
play.
never develop.
Right.
Just bury
Right.
him though. Like
Yeah.
we don't need him.
And let's put Draymond and his triple single out there every single night and see what happens as he picks up 5.5 fouls and gets his 14 technical game suspension 20 games into the season, because that's what's coming.
Oh, it's so funny. I love it.
Idiot move.
I know, it's so dumb. Anyway, all right, that's all for the NBA. We've already spent an hour on. Okay. I guess we're
Jordan's
not
trying to sell the Hornets.
He's going to sell the Hornets.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
he's
pretty
gonna sell.
big, actually.
That's good for the Hornets.
Probably, to be honest.
And it's going to be good for Michael because he's going to make a shit pot more money. I mean, he bought it for what, 300 mil. He's probably going to clear a bill out of the deal. So he's still going to have a stake. He's selling the majority.
He's going to clear a bill out of this.
He's selling the majority of his stake, but he'll still have a piece. And he's going to actually do the draft because the sale hasn't finalized. So when the draft happens tomorrow, he will actually be in charge of that.
Sorry, Charlotte.
Right.
Or New Orleans.
All right.
Whatever.
Moving on. It's time to talk degeneracy, fellas. Place your bets. If neither one of you have one ready, I have got a doozy.
Go
I
ahead.
had to change mine because the Braves
I've
and
got a
Phillies got
couple.
canceled.
I've got
I've
a
got
couple,
one.
but go ahead.
All right, this is degeneracy at its best. I went just as wild as I could get. I found a 2-leg parlay that is a plus 1235. I have the Washington Mystics, probably the best professional sports team in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
At this time, yes.
To cover the 3.5 points over the Sparks. The Chicago Sky. Cover the 3.5 over the Chicago Sky at minus 110. And then together with Scotty Scheffler winning the Travelers Championship at plus 600.
That is some degen bets right there.
That is degenerate as all get. I get golf and women's basketball.
Throw in a
Boy,
Taiwanese
that's good.
baseball
Hey,
game, and
that's
you got the
crazy.
trifecta, I think.
That's crazy.
The dog days of summer have hit us. All right, Mark, what do you got?
Okay, well, I've got a bet I'm looking at here, but I got to hold on to it because it's part of the dipshit of the week. Anyways,
Oh, God, I can't wait to see what that is now.
I do have some bad baseball bets, guys, and they're all over-unders, okay? And they're all for tomorrow. The first one is the Athletics at Cleveland. The over-under is set at 8. I'm taking the under in that game.
Probably not a bad idea.
Braves at Phillies. They set the over there at 9. Give me the over on that. And Diamondbacks at Nationals. They put the over under at 9.5. Give me the under on that. And then I've got another doozy for you guys coming up.
Oh, here we go. A few minutes later.
Hi, Ted! What's going on, girls?
She's doing something else.
I don't know. Yeah, she's doing something else. I don't know where she
Love you,
is.
girls.
Is it just nerds that know?
No, we're doing the.
Idiot brother?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiot brothers.
Brother time!
Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams.
Having
And
brother time!
Yeah.
Morning.
Brother time. Hi, Julia.
Love you, sweet girl.
I
Go to bed.
just want to talk in this.
I know, you can talk to him later. Nope, you don't need that.
It's a special box.
Yes, it is a special rock. Go away.
It's a special. Like that explains it all, but Dad, it's a special rock.
Go away. Close the door.
Uh-huh.
Girls,
I
seriously.
want that special rock.
Seriously. Go.
They're all after me, special rock.
Little blue rock.
They're all
Okay.
after me, special rock.
After me, special rock.
All right, let me jump on the. I kind of went a similar route. I'm doing a four-way parlay. Taking the Nats at +1.5 over the Diamondbacks, just because I think that's going to be funny. I'm taking Cleveland over Oakland at -1.5, and taking the Pirates over the Marlins at +1.5, and I'm taking the Yankees over the Mariners at -1.5 for a 14.64. I think is what I got.
All right, that's pretty good.
But once again, bad early Thursday baseball.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Bad
awful.
baseball.
All right, let's talk some NHL. The Stanley Cup has been awarded to the Vegas Golden
Oh,
Knights.
man.
As much as that pains me to say.
Yeah, but Fat Phil,
And
man.
we're gonna have to send Tank that picture. They had a picture that we had shared in our little family chat of some of the guys hanging out with the Stanley Cup, and they give beers, and there was a pizza there, and I shit you not, Tank. The largest box of tater tots I have ever seen in my life.
God.
There must have been 4 million tots.
Fantastic.
Box with like 5 dipping sauces. It's like, how can
Incoming.
you do that many
Incoming. There it goes. There's the picture.
There it is.
Popped up. All right, let me take a look.
That shit is so
Oh,
funny.
good lord!
Look how burnt that
That's
pizza is too.
That is a whole
Oh, yeah,
crate
that-
of
yeah, that-
tots.
I
Yeah,
love
that's a
Phil
pallet.
Kessler, man.
It's a
He is
pallet
so
of tots.
awesome. Like
Right?
he is if we played hockey. It's
Right.
so great.
He's a
Yeah.
he's an honorary
He is
member. of the
100% a
Yeah.
goon, and so for him, we are happy.
Right. Not really gonna ask you guys to react to the actual series itself, but I didn't add this to the agenda, but it's part of it. The news came out after the series that Matthew Tkachuk played that entire series with a broken
Yeah,
sternum.
what a badass.
Could not put his own equipment on, and still went out there to play hockey because he was the only offense that.
Oh
they
yeah,
had.
that team was
Holy
in
shit.
shambles. Especially that last game. They got pounded into dust.
Yeah, that was
No,
ruthless.
they had nothing.
That was a
Yeah.
beating.
Ruthless.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna be 100% honest on this. It wasn't the Avalanche. It makes me fucking happy that it was the Golden Knights because I know everyone hates them, and sometimes the villain needs to win.
Oh, I know. I'm the same way. It's like
Yeah.
when the Patriots.
We need a
I
villain.
love it when the Patriots win because it drives my dad crazy.
It drives everyone crazy that doesn't live
That's why,
in.
Right.
That's why I
Boston,
closet
basically.
root. I closet root for the Chiefs for the same reason. Yeah, there's not much of a closet.
Yeah. So I'm actually happy, but I'm a little happy for him. Stoner played great. What was his name? The guy who ended up winning MVP. Why can't I remember his fucking name?
Marchessault?
They fantastic series, fantastic playoffs. Honestly,
Yeah, it was a good.
they did a good job, and just
Right.
the way they closed that game out, just beating the shit out of them made me laugh.
Right.
Right. Other news that dropped today, we are getting some recognition around here as the architect of the Avalanche Stanley Cups in 96 and 2001 is being inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame as a builder. Absolutely well-deserved for Pierre Lacroix.
Absolutely.
It's sad that he isn't around to see it. His family will absolutely enjoy, I'm sure, the moment, and Eric and the gang are going to have a great time.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he did an amazing job, so good for him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right. And guys, if this continues, we could have back-to-back Hall of Fame GMs, one of whom is a Hall of Fame player in his own right. So, I mean, what's the rumor around? What's the word around the league? If Joe Sakic is calling, you don't answer the phone because
he'll just feel your. He'll talk you right out of your pants. He'll just talk you right out of your pants.
Yeah.
We had some other good Hall of Fame inductees too. We also got Vernon in there. Well deserved.
Pierre Turgeon, Henrik Lundqvist, Ken Hitchcock. He was just around forever. Well, I guess he won a couple of cups.
Hitchy coached for like 45 years.
Yeah, he was around forever. And then the one female Ouellette, is the one female. Yeah,
which if you've never watched women's hockey, they're just as fucking dirty as the dudes. It gets
I love women's hockey. Yeah. The only thing they don't do is fight.
Which, fuck, you might as well with the way they do it. So
I mean, well, right. It's kind of hard to do with a cage.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Just rip it off.
Figure it out.
All right. Move on to Major League Baseball and the Spiders Cup, boys. I told you I was. God, it's been like a year and a half since I've done that, and I don't miss it.
But you got it anyways.
I did get it anyway. All right. So when last we met, there were no National League teams under the line for the Spiders Cup. We have the Nationals at 384, so they're 0.001 above the pace.
Close.
However, I told you I was excited about the Colorado Rockies. Boys, they are at 0.377. They're back in.
Yeah! Thank you, Rockies. Woo! Thank you. How is the live look of the bad vibes from next to you there, Matt, for saying that?
I can't see her right now.
Yeah, avoid that.
No, she's
okay.
upstairs.
Perfect. Even better.
Was today's game incorporated in that yet, or no?
I pulled this just before we got on, so
maybe. Yeah, they lost to the Reds today, which is.
I think this one is updated, so this one's on there. So and they're right there.
Suck ass.
Yeah. Right. The only other team that's really even close are the Cards at 413.
That's funny to me.
Right.
They could definitely lose more. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the Cardinals being bad now that they can't cheat.
Right. Last time we got together, the AL East had everybody above 500. Now everybody's above 525. So the East just keeps getting better.
Boston got dropped back down to 520.
Oh, okay. So that's updated. So now I have them at 527.
So, yeah, me too.
But we do have two teams in the AL firmly ensconced in the race. The Athletics at 253. It's a full 120 points. And the Royals at 270.
Yeah. Neither
Mark,
of those teams are
what
getting
do we
any
say
better.
And what do we say about bad baseball?
Bad baseball is bad baseball.
I know. I did see an interesting stat today, guys. Shohei Ohtani, who's currently actually losing 1-0 to the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani actually hits better when he pitches,
which is wild.
He's right at 400 when he pitches. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
By the way, Athletics actually they lost just now. So they're at 250 now.
Yeah, I've got them at 250.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, Shohei Ohtani, you can't. It's not the Angels anymore. It's just Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, that
right.
God,
Mike Trout's not even that good anymore.
he's still decent, but yeah, Shohei is taking that team over. Just
he's unfucking believable. That guy.
Yeah, I know. He's doing shit we've never seen and we'll never see again.
One of a kind.
There's just
we're watching history. It's so bad for him that he's on that shit team.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mark, you got any of the news in
Nah,
Major
man,
League
you
Baseball?
guys covered it. Like to point out that everyone in the AL East is all still above 500, and if you look real carefully, look real carefully at the AL Central. Currently, there's not a team that is over 500. So we have
That is
one
correct.
division that's entirely over 500 and one division that's entirely under 500. Time to get rid
It's
of
amazing how
divisional.
numbers work.
Keep the divisions as some part of, inner squad or something if you want to do it that way. But it's time to get rid of the divisions as far as the standings are concerned in baseball. It's so stupid.
All right, there you go. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Mark, it is time for you to review a non-alcoholic spirit of your
Okay.
choice. Take it
Well,
away.
Currently, I am enjoying one of these,
What is
which
It's
a glass with
Good
stuff in
job.
it.
You're enjoying the glass? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Epic Omegang? It is. That's the Epic Omegang collab from like 2016. That was a good
Yeah.
beer. It was a sour that had like flowers in it.
This is not a sour. This is a faux Manhattan that I've been making. It is made with 3 ingredients, okay, and an ice cube or 2 if you want it. You've got your Bar Smith Old Fashioned mix, and the only place I could find anything, there's Blood Orange Bitters
Ooh,
from
nice.
Stirrings. It's the only non-alcoholic bitters I could find. So put those 2 in a glass, shake it if you will, pour it over an ice cube or 2, and then top with some soda water. Just that is delicious by itself. I'm
Very
also
good.
drinking Hoppy Refresher. This is Blood Orange you can get in the sampler pack. Sierra Nevada, would you please just go ahead and come out with 6 packs of these or 12 packs of these, the Blood Orange? They're really good.
Is
Thanks.
Sierra Nevada the people that own that?
Oh, no, sorry, Lagunitas.
No, that's
was gonna
Lagunitas.
say-
I was
yeah.
thinking of the Sierra Nevada one that Hop Splash that I had earlier today. Anyways, but yeah, this is
Hop Splash has one flavor
Yeah.
right now.
this one is the Blood Orange from Lagunitas. It's in the sampler pack only right now. I wish I could get more of this.
I might know a guy.
Blood Orange
I might
is
know a
the
guy.
best.
Awesome.
The rest of them are good, but
Oh.
that one is the best.
That sounds
It's
delicious.
really good.
I love good blood orange drink. All right, moving on to the NFL. As was rumored for a couple of weeks, looks like Dalvin Cook no longer a Minnesota Viking. Tank, where do you think he's going next?
Well, based on what he keeps saying, wherever D Hop goes.
Yeah, right.
I think that's actually going to happen? No.
Nope.
But I mean, shit, whoever's going to pay him the most, right?
Yep.
God, who doesn't need a running back that'll overpay for it? Oakland or Las Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas will do it.
They have.
Yeah,
They're
I can
gonna
do
get-
another one though.
They're not going to give Jacobs the contract he wants. Rather,
So they're going to give it. They're going to
they're
give it
going to
to
give it to
Dalvin.
Dalvin Cook instead because
It's Josh's
stupid.
boy.
Yeah.
That's Josh's guy. If he brings him in, that's Josh's guy. Right. That's how it works because it's Josh's people. Right? Fucking Josh's. Fucking hate Josh's.
Hey, let him tear that organization
Yeah.
apart. I don't care. I'm loving watching this
awesome.
dumpster stop.
And I mean
dumpster
that
fire
legitimately. I think
1,200
there is a
miles
half
away.
a chance, or a pretty good chance that he ends up in Vegas.
If that happens, maybe D Hop goes there too.
Oh my god.
Which would be great. They'd have
And then
two fantastic receivers and half
No,
a
but
quarterback.
one of them is fucking way on his way out of town. Does not want to be there.
No.
One of their wide receivers.
That's because they fired his
Right.
friend.
Yeah,
Right.
he's not exactly a
The
Josh
main reason he
McDaniels
signed with
guy.
that team.
He's not exactly a Josh McDaniels guy.
No.
So I could see them getting rid of him just because it is Josh
Yeah. Oh God.
and bringing
wild
in
ass move that would be to
Hopkins
bring in Hopkins
Yeah,
and
just
get rid of Adams. Oh my
because
God.
that's Josh's guy.
That's what a downgrade too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Out of the two,
at their prime, Devontae or D Hop is a better player, but D Hop's not in his prime.
No, he's like
anymore.
31.
oh, yeah, he's
So-
not nuke like he used to be.
Yeah.
No, Absolutely not.
But
Absolutely.
I mean,
not.
that's
So, fun to
what
see.
Josh does. So I think that would be hilarious.
All right. So, all right, let's extrapolate the next stop then. Where does Josh Jacobs go?
Denver.
I take
I
it.
doubt it. By the way, I've heard that rumor too. If we take on Dalvin Cook, I'm going to be a little bit upset.
No, they're not. They don't have the cap room.
No, they can't do Dalvin, but could they do Josh Jacobs?
Potentially.
I'd
I
like that
mean,
move.
it depends. A big chunk of it is it depends
me
on what
too.
happens with the Giants and Saquon. If he accepts the
Yeah,
most
that's another
recent
domino.
offer, then
Right.
they won't be searching anymore. But if he doesn't, they might grab one of these
there's a
guys.
few. There's a few places he could go, that's for sure. We've got another wide receiver acting like a wank. Stephon Diggs in Buffalo has told the Bills that he wants to have a more active role in play calling. Mark, your reaction.
Shut
please.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Tell coach in the offseason you just, hey man, here's a couple of plays I drew up, and he'll give you a gold star and put it on his refrigerator. Shut the fuck up. Or go somewhere else.
Isn't this kind of what happened?
This is
in
exactly
Minnesota?
what happened in Minnesota.
Sort of. A little bit different, but very similar. I have two different thoughts on this, actually. One of the things, it's not only the play calling thing, but he he took a kind of a cut and pay to open up space. And apparently he was being told all along it was to get him someone that's better than Gabriel on the other side. They have not done this at this point. What? I see the hand. What's up?
Why? No, who cares? Like,
because he wants another threat to get the triple teams off of him, basically. And that's actually what part of the discussion was, is that he actually wanted D-Hop. Because even if he's not as skilled, there's enough people that are afraid of what he could do that they would take some of the coverage off of him. And then the second thing
get
came
open.
out
If you can't get open, you're not that good.
I mean, you can say that, but it's not hard to get out of, double safety and corner coverage. Even if you are the best, that's hard to beat.
I don't remember another player in a skill position ever whining about something like that before.
No, you're absolutely right.
I've heard
You're
skill
right.
position players whining about, give me a new quarterback or trade me away or, whatever. But I've never heard somebody be like, I need somebody so I can take less of the focus off me and I don't get double teamed every play. Boo fucking who? If you're that good, get open.
I know, but I can understand where he's coming from, though. If he's the only real down the field threat on that team, then he's going to be covered constantly. I'd want someone else that was getting open too, or at least someone taking the eye off me every once in a while. All the best, if you're really looking at minus Justin Jefferson, no one else really deals with that the same way. Every big receiver has another big in all of the really good teams.
Go back in history. Do you know of any other wide receiver who has whined because his teammate isn't good enough for him, so he takes too much pressure off of him? It's just not something that's happened before.
No, but you can call it a whine, but you could also call
it's
it
whining.
He's wanting what's best for the team because he took a pay cut for the team.
Who fucking who? That's his deal. He did that.
But he did it under the auspice of, I'm going to get someone else here to help.
Millionaires taking pay cuts, I can't feel bad about. That's fucking his deal.
I'm not saying feel bad. I'm saying this guy made a decision that was in the best interest of the team, and all he asked for was a little bit of help on the offense. That's not that big of an issue.
Does he have it in writing?
I mean, it was pretty well known that he took a pay cut on his deal and took a restructure so they could open up space.
To get him help specifically? Do they have that in writing somewhere?
Help so that it's not him and Josh Allen carrying the team, basically.
Christ. Okay, whatever.
I don't know.
That fucking guy is so stupid.
It doesn't seem like it's the
Whiny.
same thing in Minnesota. I could understand more what happened in Minnesota than that wasn't a great situation, to be honest.
I have a
No,
tough
but he
time
forced-
feeling
he-
bad for guys like this.
He forced his way out of it. Mark's got a point. This isn't.
Oh no, yeah,
This
he's
is
got a
the
point.
first time that anyone's really made noises like this. And you don't I'm sorry, you're a wide receiver, bro. You're a dependent position. You don't march into the coach's office and demand to be involved in the play calling. You're not that
No,
good.
man.
You're not
No.
that guy.
No, nobody is.
You're not.
Oh,
that
and
guy.
that
And if you
part,
are that good, you're getting open.
I would
you
agree
know?
with you on that part. I think he should kind of, lay off of the play calling thing because that's really not up to you. Even if you are, the second best player on the team,
Right.
that's
All
not
right, fellas.
really a thing.
Any more NFL news you want to cover?
No.
Kind of in the humdrums. We got 6 weeks till camp.
Yeah, no.
Apparently,
Speaking
everyone
of
loves
That
Jordan
dig
Love.
shit pissed me off, man. What
So-
a fucking whiny little bitch.
So I do have good news for you. Coming up when we get into football season, we will have a Milty NFL bit that we will insert it into the podcast every single record. So he and I talked about that last night. So Milty will be making his triumphant, if recorded, return because
I have
8 o'clock is too late.
I have been begging for him to come back, so that's really good.
Right.
So we do have NFL news, but I'm saving that for dipshit of the week.
All right,
So,
well let's roll into dipshit of the week, and Tank, we'll start with you.
I got two major contenders. One of them, we're not quite sure what happened. With apparently Tyreek Hill's under investigation again
Oh yeah.
for another assault charge.
Mhm.
So he's pretty high on that list. And then the other one is the guy I mentioned earlier, Jack Jones, for fucking carrying 2 guns and apparently an illegal clip with him onto an airplane, or attempting to at least. So that's not smart.
No.
You should check your bags before you go through an airport.
Yes,
Whether or not you
Yes.
grabbed the wrong bag, which is what he's claiming is he grabbed the wrong bag, which it's kind of scary that you have a bag that has 2 guns. What are you?
Right.
What's
Which one
that
are you
for?
dealing with here? Right.
And then why not check your bags before you get to the fucking airport and make sure you don't have the gun bag?
Right. Stupid.
What's the other one?
Did
you have another one?
No, it's
Sorry.
Hill and Jones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mark, what do you got?
I got a few. We only
Yeah,
do
that's
this
a
every
lot
other week,
this week.
so yeah. First one I'm going to put out there is Romo and his wife.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They're funneling money through their business as their
Oh.
own expenses instead of business expenses, to the tune of
Mhm.
about $15 million in back taxes.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. See how this
So
one
that's-
plays out.
So that's one of them. Number 2 I want to talk about is these. Oh no, there it is. The odds I'm looking at right here. I'm just going to send these to you real quick. And I need you guys to look at this because it's funny as hell. I'm going to say that this is my dipshit of the week, but it's a multi-layered dipshit of the week. So it starts with the fact that there is a submarine missing,
Oh
Oh
god.
yeah.
Yeah.
and they don't know where this motherfucker is.
I didn't hear about this until last night.
And it's all over TikTok. Oh,
Yeah.
it is
And-
glorious.
the 5 people who are in the boat are billionaires.
Oh yeah.
So we're missing 5 billionaires somewhere in the
legitimate billionaires.
fucking ocean,
Yeah.
right? So that's dipshit number 1. This guy has rebuilt his submarine with parts from Camping World and like fire hoses and shit. And he was controlling the submarine with a fucking like Xbox controller.
Yeah, it's a
It was a
legit video.
dipshit
$40
125,
Xbox
yeah.
controller.
So
Yeah.
it's a Logitech game controller. It's not even name brand.
Yep. That's a wild move.
But on top of that, the tweet I just sent you guys, people are putting money
They're
They're
betting on the
betting
discovery.
on the discovery of the submarine.
Oh,
So the
my
odds right
God.
now will they find the submarine by June 23rd? There is a 90% chance that is a no.
Yeah, it's the percentage has been steadily dropping actually, which
Buy
is funny.
is at 91%. If you want to get in on the yes, shares are only 12 cents.
Yeah, you
And
can
that's
buy
on
it.
the dollar.
That's the funny part. It's not just gambling. It's
Yeah.
stock market gambling
gambling.
Yeah, I
on
know.
human beings
This is
surviving a submarine.
This is
that
the
was
most
put together
wild
by
thing
an
I've
asshole.
ever.
Yeah, this takes
This is a
saucer boy.
multi-layer. Oh my god, this is like the most multi-layered fucking dipshit of pile
Right.
of dipshit of the week.
By the way,
That-
it's not just dipshit 1. It's dipshit definitely 1 through 5 because the
Yeah.
other 4 idiots who got on the fucking
Got on the
submarine-
boat,
Right?
yeah. But then there's more dipshits because they're betting on if the submarine's going to be found in 2 days.
Oh, this takes saucer
Does.
boy and puts it to shame.
Go on though, because we need to hear. Go on.
the
What?
best.
What?
It's your
What's
turn.
yours?
Oh, okay. You ready for me? I was saying that yours takes saucer boy and puts it to shame.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a sports related one. And when I heard it, I absolutely could not believe the fucking words that I heard.
There's more whitening.
So if you don't know, there was a podcast in the last week or so, and a guy went on a podcast who is a well-known NBA player.
Oh God.
And
I
he
think this
said-
was one of my honorable mentions.
He said, and I quote, "When my time's up and I retire, there's going to be people who say that I changed the game." Mark, you know who this is. Tank, do you know who said
I
this?
was just talking to Toaster about this like an hour ago.
Fucking Carl Anthony Towns.
Cat man.
You know what's sad?
That was not the dumbest thing he said on that podcast.
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Go-
I
go
have
on.
the next thing. I have the next thing. The next thing that he said was that the Timberwolves 2022 playoff run, where they won a play-in game and then lost to the Grizzlies, was more special than the Nuggets winning the NBA title because they had less time to gel as a team.
Yep.
I will give him the less time to gel as a team thing because
I
that
won't give him any of that. He's
No,
full
there
of
is no-
shit.
that part is
There-
accurate. They had less time to gel than the Nuggets did, but that does not
That statement
prove
is
anything.
stupid.
The whole statement's
Right.
dumb.
The whole
Yeah.
you
The
can't. you can't
Suns
throw
had
something
no
stu-
time to gel as
No.
a team, and they made the
Exactly.
Western
I was gonna
Conference
say.
final. So don't give me that horse shit. And
A
also,
better
let's-
excuse would have been, I have nobody to play with, and it was
well,
impressive that we won
or
a game.
maybe, and let's
Yeah.
look at Carl Anthony Towns in 2023. You played fucking awful, bro. You
Yeah.
disappeared in round
Yeah,
one.
right.
You didn't want to have
Disappeared in
anything
the
to
ball.
do with the basketball. You turned
They
into
are-
Ben fucking Simmons, and
They
left.
are looking for help for him right now because they're like, oh fuck, we can't. We need more help.
fucking need it. Yeah.
He is not the guy that they can build a franchise around, and they realize
Oh,
that
and
this year.
He demonstrated
Minnesota
that
is-
this year.
Minnesota is just absolutely reeling right now about
Right.
that.
Well,
whole
and
thing.
the chemistry in the locker room is awful. Rudy Gobert
yeah,
was brought in to be a Joker stopper, but I don't think that even Tim Connolly realized that Joker eats Gobert's lunch every time he plays him. And the thought was, we'll just throw 7-footers at him and it'll be fine. No,
Yeah.
it won't, bro.
No,
No,
it won't.
it won't.
the guy doesn't move like a 7-footer. Let's remember that.
Right, exactly.
Well, and let's be 100% honest. Is Rudy the same Rudy he was last year, 2 years ago,
No,
3 years ago?
absolutely
It's not the
not.
same
No.
fucking player.
No, but he's never been able to contain Joker. Doesn't matter if he was in his
No.
prime or not. He's always had a hard
Yeah.
time with Joker.
But it
Right.
made him. It was even worse because it wasn't just Joker beating on his ass. It was everybody in that lineup
Yeah.
beating on his ass.
right.
Because
So-
he's not Mr. fucking all defensive NBA anymore.
Right.
Give me the long odds. I'm taking yes.
Good. The other thing
Rooting
I want to
for
mention
hope.
that's ancillary to that, on this, I don't know if it was the same podcast or if it was an earlier episode of the same, the Pat Bev podcast. Patrick Beverly also came out and said that Carl Anthony Towns is the best center in the game.
He's not top 10 currently.
No,
No.
Maybe top 15. I'll
Yeah.
talk about top 15.
Are there
not
15
top.
true centers? Really? I mean,
That's why I'm saying.
That's why he's at the bottom of the list.
That's what it's.
I mean, you got a bunch of fours playing five right now, and
Right. It's that
got-
4-5-4-5 thing.
yeah, right. I mean, there's Gobert, Cat, Joker, Embiid,
Bam.
Bam.
Bam
No,
Adebayo.
Bam, he's
He's
good.
not
Bam
a center.
Adebayo is
He's
a center.
like,
Yes, he's
a four
absolutely
playing
a center.
five. He's
No,
6'9".
He is a.
He
4'5".
stands under the hoop. He
Yeah,
plays defense under the hoop.
I'm not saying he doesn't play the position. I'm saying he's not a true center. He's a four playing a five.
Wow. Either way,
I think
his
he's
position
adjusted.
is center.
Yeah, he's adjusted
He
enough
plays
because
as
I
a
agree.
center. Yeah.
I agree obviously earlier in his career, but I think this year he definitely showed that he's adjusted to playing center. But either
Also,
way,
it doesn't really matter because they lost to the Nuggets.
true. And it either way, it doesn't fucking matter because Karl Anthony Towns isn't fucking top 10. So
And he also lost to the Nuggets.
why would they suggest that he's number one at all?
Everyone lost to the Nuggets.
That's right.
Mhm.
So they can say whatever the fuck they want.
But yes,
They
you're
lost.
that is a good dipshit of the week.
Carl Anthony
Very good.
Towns.
He was on my list. He was on my list.
Towns and Beverly, both of them fucking
you're
dipshits.
right.
You can ask Toaster. I was like, I'm trying to think of somebody better than Carl Anthony Towns. So I told him
You
about it.
won the day with the 5 billionaires.
Yeah, the 5
currently
billionaires.
missing
That was
in the ocean.
that was a Toaster thing.
I
so I got
thought
to shout
about
out
the-
to him on that.
I thought about the 5 billionaires. I'm like, you know what? I'm rolling. Towns was my choice.
Towns
I'm
is a
rolling
good
with
one.
him.
Yeah.
I was gonna do Towns too, and then I was like 5 billionaires, no, but it's too easy. And then he sent me the thing about the gambling, and I'm like, okay, like that's
Right.
dipshit on top of dipshit.
Yeah,
That's-
right. And the gambling and the video game controller. And did you hear the story about the glass? How the one guy about the glass in the submarine? There was a guy who was working on the submarine who was trying to tell everyone that the glass they
Yeah.
were putting in the view hole
Yeah.
wasn't going to hold up to more than 1,300 feet.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and they fired him.
And they fired him.
They
Yeah,
fired
'cause
him.
they were
This
putting
isn't gonna
together
work, and they canned him.
Yeah, right. Hey guys, this isn't going to work. Okay, you're fired. Guess what? You're all fucking dead now. And that
Did you,
guy's
Yeah.
did you hear any of the like the interviews or anything about it? Like they're all just joking about it. You know, they're all just like, yeah, you know, we just throw this around for fun. Go look them up on Twitter. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were putting that submarine together like Russians put airplanes together. So
and tanks.
But
Have
not
you-
our
I've actually-
tank.
I've actually seen Russians repairing their military airplanes. It's fucking wild what they do to repair airplanes. They buy stuff at Home Depot. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's how the submarine was put together. Same idea. Just like let's patchwork it together and see what we can do.
How much Flex Seal do you think they used on that sumbitch?
All of it. Yeah, the flex
You
tape.
think the guy's like on the inside just slapping flex tape?
Don't worry, guys.
Whack.
Don't worry about
Whack.
the leak, guys. I got the flex tape.
Got some flex tape.
Either that or, like I said, they're running over to Lowe's and getting some 100
If
mile
that's
an
not
hour
a
tape.
scene in the
know?
movie, I don't know what will be. You know, we're talking about people who are probably never going to be found, so we probably shouldn't be.
I
laughing
know,
at
but
this.
If they're that dumb, they shouldn't be around. Let's go ahead and put it that way.
Right. I mean, just a
Okay.
little bit of due diligence, but oh well. All right.
that was
Unfortunate,
all
yeah.
live, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, people are dying, but come on.
Right.
There's no post when you can't throw a post out there because this was all live.
Flex Seal. All right. Tank, final thoughts.
That's the name of the episode. We're gonna get
Oh
sued.
no. The name, I'll tell you right now, the name of the episode is Do You Name Your Thing?
I like that one. If I see
Oh
Flex
my
Seal
God.
show up, I'm gonna be so mad. We're gonna get sued.
Right.
Oh, boy, that's the best.
Well,
Okay.
they can have the $13.
It's technically not defamation, so we're not liable. We're good.
Be
Alright.
careful out there in Colorado. There's some crazy weather.
We
going
just
on.
had the thunderstorm pass over the top of us.
Apparently, Lowry's getting hit with a pretty massive hailstorm right now.
Oh, really?
According to Eastern Command.
Okay. Well.
Just be careful, everybody.
Yep. All right. Tank, final thoughts.
Yay Nuggets. Yay Golden Knights, just because it's funny. Wanting to see what the Nuggets are planning with their draft picks. Hopefully, we get some good bench, future prospects going. And yeah, you can find me at Knox Nostalgic Collectibles and Tank Knox on Instagram, Facebook, and all those things. And you can find me here every other week. Find me on NTK in the alternating weeks. There you go.
Mark?
I don't know what I was doing there.
Looks like you were following around
the
something that was
Merton-
behind the
Merton Hanks,
The Merton
interception dance or something.
I gotta tell you what, Merton Hanks had a Hall of Fame neck.
He did. Shit. Okay. Yeah. So we. I don't think we're doing a show next week. If we do, we'll just do some live shit because we are in Vegas next week, so we'll be off. But look for some updates from the nerds and the goons while we're out on Vegas. I'm sure we'll do all kinds of ticky-tacky stuff for all the accounts, and you'll see us in those places and on Twitter. And I'm sure El Pikachu is going to make it out too. So check us all out there. The Duchess will be posting things too. So
I might do a small run since everyone else is going to be out of town. I'm not going to be in Vegas, but I might jump on next week for NTK, and there's some stuff that's been going on in entertainment world, so I might jump on for a little bit.
cool.
Nice.
Well, we will not be here.
Yeah, we will not.
We will be at Batista's at this
Yes.
time.
Yeah, we'll be having some glorious Italian food.
Be eating more than I possibly can eat in Italian
Correct.
food.
Chicken parm, you taste so good. Oh,
Still so good.
I know, so awesome. All right. Well, make
Less
sure
than a week, man. Less
I
than
know,
a week.
I know. God, we fly out a week from yesterday.
I know.
Make sure you catch us on all the social channels at the My Brothers in Age Facebook page. Search that. We'll let you in. Welcome to newest member of the Goon Squad, Eric Hovey. Good to have you.
Hey.
Yeah, hey. You can also catch Mark's Twitter at Poffeltime, my Twitter and Instagram and Twitch, or is at Poffelupagus. The Goon Twitch and Twitter are at the Idiot Goons. And Mark mentioned the TikTok. I'm also on TikTok at King Goon Smoke. Did a tri-tip last week, and the only TikTok I managed to capture was me petting my dog. So that was just a bad job by me. I'm sorry.
That's a terrible job by you.
I know, but you know what? Everybody loves the dog.
Everyone loves dogs.
Rocky's great.
Yeah,
Everyone loves Rocky.
everyone loves Rocky. Rocky loves everyone, which is the best part about it.
Yeah.
And as Mark mentioned, we're not going to be here next week, but you may get a Tank solo show, so go watch that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
We might tune in for that.
Yeah. No.
Might jump on and shout
You guys will be
insults on
busy
Twitch.
eating and gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll be eating. It's right in the middle of dinner time.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
There you go.
absolutely. We will
Yeah.
be eating.
make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. This has been My Brothers and Idiots. We'll catch you next time. See ya, bruh.
See if I can get Gene Mingo on next week.
Mingo, bruh.
See if I can reach out to him. Maybe I can get him on the stream.
There you go.
Do it.
Get Gene Mingo next week. Call a guy.
Call a guy. I actually do know a guy that used to work with Denver Broncos.